This is the video for the replace game. Here in the blue note box it says, the goal is to minimize the device's maintenance costs per hour. Each of the 5 parts has a time to failure given by a normal distribution with a given mean and standard deviation. And down here we see the list of the 5 parts, and here's the mean for each part, and here it says the standard deviation is 15% of that mean. At the lower right, it shows the cost per hour if a part is only replaced when it has failed. That is, it went dead. And down here in green we see that no replacement cost per hour. That is, a part would only be replaced if it's dead. When a part is dead, the device stops. Then there is a stop cost and the cost of the parts replaced. A part's expected remaining life can be used to determine if it should be replaced during a stop. That is to say, if the part isn't expected to live much longer, replace it. And it says there are 100 different games. Here we see under game number it says 0. That can be 0 to 99. Click Next. Enter different values in the replace of expected life is less than prompt to find the lowest cost per hour. Right now it's set at 50 hours and the cost per hour is 1.3455. The stop cost is 50 and each part has a cost of 30. The simulation will go on for thousands of stops. When the game number is changed, each part will be assigned a different mean value. That's what makes the game different. The standard deviation for each part will be 15% of the part's mean value. And RT is the replacement time, the time at which the part will be replaced during a stop, even though it hasn't gone dead. The number of hours is the sum of the time between stops. AVG is the item's average random lifetime used. That's during the simulation, what was the average time? And it should be the same as the mean. The total, all cost, stops and parts, divided by the number of hours is the cost per hour. Right here. We click Next. Click on the brown box to make your own problem. You can return to the games by re-clicking the brown box. Well, here's the brown box. I'm going to click it. And here we go to a game that I made. Enter the file number 0 to 19. The data for the problem will be saved in the browser's local storage area. Whenever you enter the file number, it will load the data from the local storage. So your problem will be saved on your computer, and you can come back to it later and make additional changes to it and test it out. You must enter the part's mean, which should be from 100 to 900, and the standard deviation percentage needs to be in the range of 4 to 20, and the price, which should be in the range from 1 to 200. If these values are in the ranges, the part will be used. It will be green highlighted. And down here we see 2 parts have been green highlighted. The second one was not green highlighted because a mean value and a price had not been given. Enter the cost per stop 1 to 99. That's this value here that's now set at 60. As this cost is raised, the number of stops will be lowered. Right? That is because there are fewer stops because the cost is higher. Right, that is the information for the replace game. Now we're going to go to the red stripe here and click on Program. Here on the left are the first instructions for the main program of replace. Over here it says there is the replace program, and there are 3 subprograms: the game problem subprogram, the file problem subprogram, and a subprogram that reads and writes the file data to the browser's working storage. And up here we have the blue boxes. The first one for executing the application, which means we'll go back to where we were running the game. Here, save the application, create a new application, create a new subprogram. The other blue boxes here are for when you want to copy data from within a program, from program to program, or from one application to another application. And on the bottom here, the brown boxes are used as tools for programming and listing values and the names, giving names, even learning about ASCII and colors. Below that, there is an apps, well, the build app information. These are YouTube videos about how to create an app and save it, all the way to making an HTML file for your app. Below that, there is an app that shows examples of routines to view, change, and copy. Over here is a list of instructions for the main program, and these are actions here. This particular app will show you what those actions do and allow you to change them and copy them. And below that is a list of the HTML5 P code YouTube videos about programming in this P code, about instructions, the list values, the text, and so forth. Now I'm going to go up to this blue box that says execute the application. We're going to go over this at the bottom. When you were working on the application, you could change it. That is, the replace game could be changed by you. And when you change it, it said you could save it. You save it to one of these files, A through T, and then if you come to this screen and click on it, it will run your replace game. Okay? And below that is a list of HTML5 P code apps, which gets added to almost weekly. Alright, this is the end of the video for the replace game.